This is not going to be monetized, but I don't mind. Well, it'll be monetized, just that I won't be making money on it. It'll be going to someone else. But hopefully, they'll enjoy the $2 they make off this video, this live stream. I don't know. It's kind of weird like that. Good morning, everyone. And I really mean that, every one of you. See, this is... How you guys doing this morning? Now it's guys. Well, probably... Well, there's 4 of you now. Hello, everyone. I'm just logging in myself.
So, according to studies, there is one food that raises testosterone levels by 50%.
What the heck was that? Okay. It was the ad, I guess. Okay. It was the ad. Probably picking up. Oh, you know something? I forgot to change the settings on this. So I think we're going to be... Looks like we're free to talk as much as we want today. Looks like it defaulted back. Let me know if it didn't on yours. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? I didn't see a little notification that says you're on limited or whatever, so. I'm going to turn off my Facebook. Leave just YouTube on. Hey guys, by the way, a little update. I'm at 3,906 subscribers. Mind blown. Hey Gary, I was just talking with Gary on Facebook. How's it going, Gary? I shared with Gary a few pictures I probably shouldn't have, so keep it quiet, Gary. I know it is nice, Lisa. It's a number I used to worry about a lot when I was first starting out. Well, I think that's part of the initiation process, to worry about that stuff. So I did worry about it at the beginning because I was trying to get monetized, and you get monetization at I think it's 1,500. I'm just speaking out of my ass right now, so it's been a little while. Okay, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time in the past 12 months. That's how you get monetized on YouTube. So if you're always right around 1,000 subscribers, you really have to worry about how much watch time you have accumulated within a 12-month period, and that's a moving period. So, interesting. I'm well beyond that. But that's the first goal that a lot of YouTubers have is to get to that level. Interesting. So YouTube. Okay, you can go live chat on a laptop or a computer, no matter what. But I think if you go from your phone, it takes a little longer to get. Audio levels. I'm not seeing where that would happen. I thought it was like right around 1,000 as well. I can't remember. Bob Finn from Phoenix. How you doing, sir? How you doing? Yes, I think you can live stream from your laptop or your computer, not really from a cell phone or an iPad, but from a home computer you can live stream. To be mobile on your phone and live stream, that's like a roving reporter, and it takes, I think, a little higher level, as far as I can remember. If you want to do that kind of live streaming, that's a pain in the ass. I remember Adam the Woo did a cross country from Florida to California live stream. Anywhere he had signal, he was live streaming. I think he almost did the whole trip. I think it was broken up in little bits here and there, but Neftali Cano. Did I pronounce that correct? Good to finally catch this live stream instead of after the fact. Well, I'm starting early. Are you in Europe by chance? Okay. And is that a channel name? Do you have a channel? Oh, you're in West Texas. Okay. We just haven't crossed paths yet. And today we have. So welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live stream, sir. Just a strange name. Cool. That's fine with me. The stranger the better in my parts. It's like a cactus. It's the strange ones that stick out. Nab ya. Have you guys ever had a pet that you just like, for some strange reason, really connected with for no obvious reason? I had one of those pets, and that pet was named, it was a cat, a little cat. It was a miniature cat. It wasn't your normal size cat. It was like a runt. Anyway, named that cat Tama. Kind of a common name for cats in Japan. And never was super close to that cat, but that cat and I hung out outside and walked around and everything. He ended up just never coming home one day. But I always had this like strange connection with the cat. And where am I going with this? I was talking to some friends about me trying to light up a bowl in the desert, and always when I try and do that, a gust of wind comes by, like something's trying to tell me not to smoke this anymore. And this morning, I was outside camp, having a cup of coffee, looking at my car and my whole camp setup, and just thinking about my day. And a gust of wind comes along, and it feels like. And this is a long, drawn-out thought, but I really went through this thought process this morning. I thought it was my cat's, like Tama, my cat, is trying to communicate with me. Then I started wondering, why would a cat ever try to communicate with a human after the fact? They'd probably want to go and visit, what do you call it? Can I pop this out? 1 second. Wouldn't they want to just like go in a field of flowers or butterflies and just hang out for the day, catching whatever? So I started thinking even deeper, like, well, maybe it goes back to me thinking of the universe as a playing tracks. And anytime you pass away, all your memories in your brain go out into the universe and part of a bigger library or catalog of things that people can rent out, and view themselves. So if you want to be an insect one day, you just put your credit in, you can see what it's like to be an insect for a whole lifespan. And we're just living through that right now. We're actually, each one of us is playing through a book that we've rented out from the bigger universe library. Anyhow, I'm thinking that maybe my cat's trying to communicate with me in a weird roundabout way through a library in the universe. Okay, enough nonsense talk. That's what went through my head this morning. Sorry, just kind of dumped on you guys. Yeah, you guys can all unsubscribe now. It's kind of scary talking about stuff like that. Do you think that deep? You were really, really high. No, I wasn't actually, but I should have been. I get up in the morning, I start thinking, and I have a cup of coffee, and I just rant. JC Vid, good evening. I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not trying to say it's weird. It's me communicating that stuff is weird. But sometimes I do think there's some kind of angel over me or something. Seems to look out for me. It's weird. I can't give you examples of like what it is. It's just strange nuances here and there. I think all pets tend to be more loyal than humans. Humans don't really rely on each other to survive, for the most part, but animals do. They're closer to it. Well, thank you, Neftali. Neftali. Well, thank you very much, sir. You're not prying. I'm an open book. I elected to be on YouTube. That put myself in public. So, no, you're not prying. Yeah, I do get kind of emotional sometimes when people. Well, this is a great. What do you call it? What do you call the transitions? What do you call that? This is a great. Fuck. I'm at a loss for words. This is a great place in which we can fork off of. He brings up something that it seems like I was in a more upset state, and that happened a few days ago on a live stream where I was showing some photos that I had taken that very day. I mean, it was straight out of my camera, memory card into the slot, and I had moved the photos over to one folder, and I was showing you guys what was going on. And there was a comment about using a flash or reflective light or doing something different in one of my photos. Granted, there's many different ways to take photographs, and there's no one right way, thousands and thousands of ways to do it wrong. I've elected to use my camera as is. I don't want to bring extra equipment around. Normally, I'm really just there with my camera by accident, more or less, but I'm really doing videography. It's similar, but it's very different. You don't want to, when you're running and gunning through the desert, you don't want to be carrying flashes and extra equipment for lighting on something that you consider as a hobby. It's like a painter going out into the desert with his easel, all his paints, his brushes. You don't need to do all that. You take only what you need. A smaller canvas, maybe. A backpack with all your stuff in it. Maybe not an easel. Maybe just a handheld. You pare down. Well, I pare down to just 2 lenses, my camera, no flash. Most of my photography is done in the daytime. And I deal with harsh environments sometimes, lighting, and I don't really do photography during that time. The times that I have, like recently with Sarah, you can kind of plan around it. But no, I'm not going to be doing photography for other people. If they think they can do a better job, go do it. I'm done learning all I want to learn with photography. I've seen what I can do with flash. I've seen what I can do with reflectors. It's nothing I want to be dealing with. So, sorry if people don't like my photography. Move on, is what I say. Go do your own channel. Do your own thing. My photography is for my own enjoyment. Sarah likes my photography. She wants me to do her photography. I do her photography. I don't normally do that photography. I'm usually doing my own stuff. I don't know. People like to be critical of anyone else's work, and I'm okay with that. But I'm done with it. Tom Slick, how you doing? Gary Maston, thank you very much. You can't please everyone. You're absolutely right. I tend to try to keep this channel clean, so when that stuff pops up, I kind of deal with it. But yeah, it gets me upset because I can't believe people are rude like that. Send me an email. if you want to criticize my work, send me an email. Why do it in public? The only reason why I can figure why people do it in public is because they want to get recognized as being better, and possibly, oh well, maybe Sarah will see that I'm better by the comments and being an asshole on live streaming to other people. Maybe she'll pick me. I don't know. I'm trying to guess. It just pisses me off. Go do it on someone else's channel. Go wipe your ass on someone else's channel, is what I'm saying. Yeah, it's. I don't want to learn anymore. I, I've been doing photography since I was in my teens, early teens, and self-taught. I was a darkroom guy. I mixed my own chemicals. I rolled my own film. I bulk loaded my film. I've developed everything. I've made my own prints. I've done it all. Believe me. And what I like to do is that run and gun kind of guerrilla marketing kind of photography. You can kind of tell I don't like taking setup shots that Sarah likes. They look pretty, but I like the in-between shots, the candid shots. She didn't know I had a camera pointed at her when she did that weird look at me. Stuff like that. I'm sorry if people get offended if I boot them off the channel because I think what they're saying is rude, but I wasn't the only person that day who thought that. So, yeah, guerrilla filmmaking. There you go. Thank you, Gregory. Let's coin that phrase if it's not already. It's guerrilla filmmaking and photography. They go hand in hand. Neftali, thank you. That was good. I like that. Tom Slick, yes, it is my channel. I do as I wish, and I try to be polite and gentleman about it. But when people come on and they're being a cactus, basically, I chop the cactus down. I don't need that in this channel. I'm bad enough. We don't need any more Larrys. I'm more critical about my work than I think anyone else around me. So. Thomas Reese says, simplicity offers more opportunity. I can hang with that. Yeah, this will not be monetized, the music that's bleeding in. Oh, you had your own darkroom, Mark? Yeah, that's something else. It's a lot of money to keep up, and it's stinky, but I loved darkroom work. And I had someone on here the other day saying something like, when I was showing how I played with images, they were saying, "Oh, I'm a DSLR, I'm a SLR guy. I need to get into DSLR. That means I have to learn everything over again." No, if you're good with a camera, a normal manual camera, like a film camera tends to be, I found that people really learn the software like Photoshop, which is darkroom techniques being used in Photoshop. I think that's an easier transition to make when you're going from analog to digital. When I made that transition, I felt like I was cheating. It really felt like I was taking like you went through a time wormhole or something, because you're not supposed to be getting images that quickly, that fast, that adjusted so quickly. It was a little scary. But anyway, I don't really get mad. I get short. I get stern, I guess, is what I do. And at a certain point, I will just hide from channel and continue on with my rant without hearing anymore. I just want to be done with it. So I get stern. I don't yell. You guys see. I think that video is still live. I think it's still up. If you want to watch it, it's a few days ago. A live feed from a few days ago. I think it was 2 or 3 ago that I got upset. I had just gotten back from a photo shoot. It was closer to 12 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock at night, something like that. I miss darkroom. Listen to, the AM radio in the darkroom. Spend so much time in the darkroom that the red light doesn't seem red anymore. It's freaky. Well, if you're putting your stuff out in public, JC Vid, I think you're opening yourself up to unrequested critique, and you should expect it. I just couldn't believe another photographer is looking at my raw material and going, "Oh, you could have done a better job on this photo." It's like, well, yeah, that's why I have 1,700 photos in this one photo shoot, because I needed to make sure I got the shot. So I was doing the full scoop. Neftali, I'm behind what you just said there. I have gear envy as much as anyone else, but at the end of the day, what matters most is what is in front of that lens you happen to have. You're absolutely right. I have something similar. I actually say something like, I go by the rule of the best camera on the planet is the one that you have with you. Whether it's broken or not, if it can take a photo, it's the best camera on the planet. Is the one you have right freaking in front of you, so you can operate as an artist. Melissa, I believe that wholeheartedly too. Critiques are something I don't really go out and look for. I'm done with it. I am now the critique. I am the product of all the critiques in the past 53 years that I've had circling the sun. So I'm done with it. I'm done with critiques. If you want to critique me, I'll accept all positive critiques, but anything negative doesn't really work with me because I'm not going to change my ways. I'm too old now. I need to press on and do what makes Larry happy. And taking my photographs, seeing what I'm capturing, warms my heart, and that's all that counts. My photography is for me, it's not for sale. I do not charge Sarah for photography, it's free. It's a Note 8, which is a huge step above the Note 7. And I don't even think they had a Note 7, but this is a Note 8. It's a 4K camera. Shitty lens, but I make do with what I got. Gregory, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's framing the shot. It's a photographer's eye. You can have a shitty camera. You can have an oatmeal box camera and still get beautiful shots if you know how to use that camera. Heck, oatmeal box camera doesn't even have a lens. It has a hole. You guys ever done that kind of photography? That's fun. Yes. Netfali, yes. Spend more time and money on getting there and the travel opportunities. Yes. The gear will follow you. I don't ignore haters. I just put them in their spot. And then I move on. I spend a little time showing what not to be, make an example out of something, and move on. An example of why I don't like it, not an example of why everyone else should not like it. But from my facet, I did not like that interaction as much as they tried helping me. They could have done a number of different ways that weren't so rude, I guess. Even through email, it would have been something I would not have responded to. So, Mo Rushlow, how are you doing today? Cindy in PA says, those who criticize may only see what new technology brings to front. Right? Yes, Cindy, it's very possible that they're thinking that. Any camera is the camera to use. I used to carry around a little pocket camera that had the little, it gets really compact and thin. I loved that little camera because it was with me all the time. And then I got my cell phones going. But yeah, it was. Doesn't matter what camera you're using. It doesn't have to be a Nikon. It could be anything. Those instant cameras are great. I use a Nikon DSLR because I can mess with the photos quite a bit through the RAW. Photographer's eye, Judy. And over time that develops, and you get what you get. You get your style, you get your mood. I like to think of myself as a playful photographer. I don't like your standard photos all the time. I like seeing things out of the norm. Okay, Gary, don't drink too much coffee. And don't share those photos, sir, till after the calendar is released. Gary's a longtime follower and friend of mine. He's out in Arizona. A Cubix 4. Why do I not know that? Mine was a Pentax. I think was it K1000? Yeah, it was a K1000, I believe. Huh. It might interest you guys to know my first camera. It was a K1000. It was a 1968 K1000. I'm 53. Yeah, black and white photography done the right way with the grainy film and ah, those were the days, I tell you. And watching it develop in the trays, spend hours in the darkroom, not even realize you've been in there for hours. It was so much fun. A Zenith Russian, really? My Pentax was built like a tank, all metal. Gregory, really? What did you get? Which fancy mirrorless did you get? I have to ask because I'm looking at mirrorless too. Tri-X. I remember Tri-X. I'll be right back, guys. I have to use the restroom. Right back. I forgot my mask. Damn it. Oh, an Olympus. OM1. Mm-hmm. Mine needed batteries for the meter on the inside. That's about it. It was all manual. Yeah, fully manual. No autofocus, nothing. D810s. Old digital. Couldn't afford a nice real camera. Do they still make digital cameras? Yeah, they still make digital cameras. That's what we're using to do this. Pamela, welcome to the live stream. We're talking camera stuff, camera stories, anything camera related right now. Yeah, the cameras I use aren't high-end cameras at all. I actually have camera envy of Sarah Jane Woodall, Wonder Hussy. She has I think it's a G5 or G4 Lumix. Oh, I love a Lumix camera. Oh goodness. Because I don't use tripods, they have really good image stabilization. They're not super expensive, but I can't seem to get the attention of Panasonic to get me on their side to be sponsored. But oh well, someday I'll make enough. A thin-Q Samsung. Hey, whatever camera's closest to you is the best camera on the planet. After that, it's a photographer's eye. You can give someone a $1 billion camera, if they don't know how to take a photograph, it's going to look like crap. Even if it's fully automated, I'm pretty sure if you don't have a photographer's eye, you're going to muck it up. It's hard to make things look good in a box, a small one at that. Melissa, that's the camera I use. I use the D5100. Judy, I think you were just really liking the software that the Samsung had, because they really play with that a lot. I do not. I remember Super 8, but I don't remember ever playing with it. I never got into Super 8. Eric Timmer, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. We're talking cameras, Tim. Excuse me, Eric. We're talking anything camera related. Melissa, you want to hear a story about the D5100? I threw it. I threw it off a building. I'm still using the same camera. And I have not sent it to the shop for any kind of cleaning or repairs. I was in the desert, I bonked my head, and I fell off the top of the building, and my camera was on a monopod, and I remember falling back thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna die because this thing's gonna impale me. So I threw it away from me as I fell off the building. I landed on my back, my shoulder. And I was fine. I thought the camera was gone. I was sure the camera was dead. And just out of shits and grins, I went and picked it up after I gathered myself up. And just as a joke, I tried turning it on, and it turned on. And I took photos with it. And I've never looked back since. I love my D5100. Oh, really? The shutter breaks? No, watch. What's going to happen to Larry this afternoon? He's going to go over a pothole and the shutter's going to break. Oh, God. Anyway. That's my little ouchie story. Do you like it, Eric? The GH5? Man, you guys are making me. I do have camera envy of that. I love that camera. CD. Uh, Low light sucks. Okay. Cool. Man. I agree. The camera selections out there are kind of slim if you're on a budget. I'm not even on a budget. I'm on welfare. Jesus. I don't even know how I live. Yeah, the GH5s, man. Excuse me. Sorry. I've wandered again. Oh, I guess I should scroll, huh? I'm on the welfare budget. That's next. Oh, shit. I totally forgot. I totally forgot something. Okay. I have to go to my mailbox, and I also have to remember I have a gig next week, next month. So the best iPhone is perfect for you, Eric. That's funny. I take my current cell phone that I repaired everywhere with me. I can't seem to find a better camera that it's always with me. Small, compact, does great video. Yeah, any kind of iPhone camera or like a Note 8 level uh, or above Samsung. They have great cameras in them. Not so much on the lower end Samsung cameras, but as I found out, but yeah, the higher up ones, the smartphone. If you're getting into a phone that's about $1,300 these days, you're getting a pretty nice camera with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, modern smartphone. Yeah. Not the ones I just bought, like the A10. It kind of looks like a smartphone, but that thing was a clunky piece of crap. My Sony Note 8 it could run circles around that thing. Pixel Peter, how you doing? I'm just not a huge fan of Apple products for associated reasons, but yeah, I like open communities, not we're holding you hostage communities. Buy our products, even though they're not worth what they're selling them for. Oh boy. Wow, all this camera talk's got me all excited. I want to go outside and take photos. I feel silly taking photos and being a YouTuber. Isn't that weird? It feels like I'm wasting time. I should be doing video, slow-mo video of everything. Speaking of which, this past weekend, let me paint a picture for you without a camera. How's that? I have a lot of other reasons, Pixel Peter, but that's just 1% of why I don't like them, and I'm not going to get into it. But there's better products out there for cheaper, faster, better, usually, than Apple. Okay, let me paint a picture. What happened last weekend? It's pretty amazing. I got someone who can back this story up too. Al was there. He's on this channel, on this live feed sometimes. Um, I went to the hot springs in Tecapa, California, and was at a get together with a bunch of my friends, and one of which is Wonder Hussy, and she was there, and we all went into the mud bath, and it's the public hot spring out there, and there's this bentonite clay that's in this hot spring. It's supposed to be really good for your skin. It has healing properties, stuff like that. So you put it on your skin, and a lot of people go down there just for that. I mean, they travel all around the world to come here to Tecapa to put this mud on their skin for the healing properties it has, or whatever it is. I'm not really into that, so I don't follow that, but that's why they come there. So we're at a nude hot spring. There's these three women in a hot spring. There's Larry and some other people hanging out, and these three girls start talking about this bentonite clay. And one girl says, "Oh, let me put some on." So she starts putting on. All of a sudden, you got these three girls covering themselves with mud. And I was there with my camera. I was able to capture this, and I can't share it anywhere because, well, it's naked women rubbing mud all over each other. And at one point, Sarah said, she said something like, "Larry, this is every guy's dream to see Wonder Hussy being covered by mud by two other girls, blah, blah, blah," whatever, something like that. And right when she said that, I said, "Okay, that's it." I asked for my camera. Like, "Could you hand me that camera, please?" So I was able to capture it. That's my little painted story for this past weekend. I'm sorry I didn't have a flash. I didn't have my reflectors with me. I didn't have my tripods. I didn't have a flying drone overhead. I didn't have any of the infrastructure that apparently I'm supposed to need to be a good photographer these days. But you know what? Ross, how you doing? You know what? I'm glad I was there with the camera that I had, which was my Note 8 on this little handheld tripod thing. Well, Christmas came early. How did you know? No, I won't go into that. There's a joke in there. Yep, I got some kick-ass slow-mo of this happening. I got some stills of it. It was pretty amazing. We're still looking for photos that we can use to post on Sarah's site. We haven't done that yet. You're right. I could do that on Patreon. I could put it onto YouTube as unlisted and share it over there. Definitely, I could do that. I probably will. So if you want to see this actually happen, it's going to be on my Patreon. There you go. Thank you very much, Eric. But the real reason why I'm on today was because I was supposed to be talking with you folks while I was looking for my video that I'm releasing tomorrow. I have not started it yet. Did you hear that correctly? Yes, I have not started the video that you guys are probably wondering what's going to happen tomorrow with. Larry, the hot spring playa. I should really get to work. I got a lot to pull from. I just have to decide which one I'm going to do. I got a ton on my desktop too. You guys probably didn't see my desktop. It's littered with folders and all kinds of projects. It's organized. It's just I got a lot to choose from, which is a good problem, I guess. Some of it is the stuff that I can't use, like bad audio, stuff like that. I'm going to reserve for those times when I want to do commentary on those. Even my photos that I've done from way back when. Mesquite Dunes. I've never released a Mesquite Dunes video. I've got all kinds of stuff for that. I went out there with Jenny Gives. I've got a tough shot. Yeah, thumbs up, guys. Back to work. Talk to you later, Eric. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, there's 33 people here early in the morning. Great. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Appreciate it. See if I can get that thumbs up over 21 there. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I have to get busy here. I have to put a video together for tomorrow, and get some food, especially food. It's 9:45. Yeah, I gotta get some breakfast going and work, and after that, I have to do more photo edits for Sarah. I got a full day. But thanks for tuning in. I will talk to you guys in a bit. You'll see a video tomorrow, and then either Thursday. Oh, I've got a guest coming on Saturday. I believe it's Saturday, 7:30. We're going to have a live stream with a guest. It's Jenny Gives. She's going to be on our channel. And I think we're going to try and do some of our old footage that never made it because of audio issues. But yeah, Jenny Gives, if you don't know who she is, she has a channel called Jenny Gives. And she's a new upcoming YouTuber who has some very interesting insights on things. So check her out. But yeah, video tomorrow, possibly Thursday I'll be on, definitely on Saturday. We'll see what happens. But I'll catch you guys in a few. Thanks for tuning in. I will talk to you guys. And remember, be nice to people. You never know what they've been going through, so just be nice. Yeah. Judy, thank you. Peace out, folks.